Hello everyone, welcome to episode 2 of Midnight Evil. So we are going to get into reading chapter 2. Hopefully, now that I got it down a little bit, in my opinion, we'll be able to get through these chapters a little bit faster when I'm, without having to, reread the same thing. You have to speak very clearly. It's very annoying. And you guys might be saying, well, why don't you just fucking speak English? Well, fuck you. That's all I have to say to that. Alright. Maggie O'Brien's funeral was just what anyone would expect. Everyone did their best to comfort the grieving parents. Colin kept to himself. Everyone assumed it was because he blamed himself. After. Yo, he's trying to hop through my window. After his sister had been laid to rest, I came to him to ask him how he was doing. He looked up at me, eyes red from either crying, lack of sleep, or a combination of the two, and said, I really saw them, the little green monsters. My heart ached as I put my arms around my body. My heart ached as it. Oh, okay. What? Thought I heard something. I kept telling myself that seeing his little sisters in pieces couldn't have been easy for him. I kept telling myself that seeing his little sisters in pieces couldn't have been easy for him. He was just in shock. The stories of the Okay. The stories of the Urklings who were only told to scare children into doing what they were told. That was all. Huh? I heard him. The first thing my grandmother told me about the Urklings was that they were three tribes. I stuttered. Nothing? Okay. The green ones had round bellies and piercing blue eyes. She said they could be heard if you walked deep in the swamp at night. The green ones had round bellies and piercing blue eyes. She said she she said they could be heard if you walked deep in the swamp at night. She said they could be heard if you walked deep in the swamp at night. I'm missing some of those periods. They would laugh and sing as they danced around their tiny campfires, which would appear only as tiny flickering lights through the trees. They were the last lethal of the three tribes, but every bit as evil. Shit. The red ones were more temperamental and even faster than their green cousins. They didn't sing or dance around the campfires, and their celebrations were a bit more gruesome. They preferred to eat children from the inside out. It was even thought by some that they were only red because they were stained by the blood of their victims. Ooh, I almost didn't hear that one. Alright. Fiery red bristle-like hair sprouted from the tops of their heads, and their glowing yellow eyes seemed cold and calculating. The pale Urklings were in another class altogether. They had white skin and wild tamed. Wait, they had white skin and wild untamed blue hair that flowed out in every direction. They had white skin and wild untamed blue hair that flowed out in every direction. There. Okay, what? Oh. What's happening? I thought that meant you were about to die. Okay, I guess I'm going too slow. The most unsettling thing about them was that they had no eyes at all, yet they somehow were the most keen and efficient killers of the three. Die! Or, well, die. Grandmother said that their long, wiry hair could somehow sense the presence and locations of children. Grandmother said that their long, wiry hair could somehow sense the presence and location of the children. There were some things that all three tribes had in common. Urklings preferred to eat after... Bitch. Urklings preferred to eat after midnight and would only attack if the child didn't make direct eye contact with them. I reassured myself that the O'Brien girl being attacked barely after sunset meant that she had to have been the victim of a wild animal attack. Okay. A few of the men in the village came together to hunt down the beast that killed the girl. They... No. Okay. They came back 2 days later carrying the carcass of a large wolf. The whole village breathed a sigh of relief and a big celebration was held. How nice. The only one besides myself that remained anxious was Colin. Looking at his face that night, I knew that he believed the creatures that killed Maggie were still out there waiting. He was right. Woo! Chapter 2!
WIGS FM 98.7 Game Talk.
More.
Hello, darkness.
My old friend.
Welcome to the top of the hour.
Top of the
Again, I'm your host, Nick Gloom, filling in for Nate tonight.
No one asked.
That was an interesting hour, I must say. I don't know, Janet. I feel like these kids don't like me. Hey, Janet, do you like me? And she's walking away, folks. Anyway, caller,
No one's surprised.
You're on the air.
Hey, Nick, just calling in, wanted to say that you suck.
I just had a feeling that was coming. I feel like I'm not as approachable as Nate is.
It reminds me of that video with
so
the
anyway,
dude that told
I
that one
forgot
chick to
there's
get off
a
the fucking
sponsor
air because she
slot
sucked.
I was supposed to fill last hour. This one goes out to all
forgot
you
who it was.
greasy, pizza-faced listeners.
Bro, I love pizza. Don't even try me on that.
Are you tired of popping pimples?
Yes.
Ew, gross. Do some zits appear over and over and you have to keep popping them? Gross. Kind of like that popular video game, Mole Whacker? From the creators of Simple Pimple comes the revolutionary cream, Pimple Buster.
Oh.
All-in-one, scientifically formulated pimple-destroying
Dude, that sounded
cream.
like a wet fart.
Call 155 PIMPLES. But hurry before supplies run out.
Dude, you
That's
disgust me.
155 PIMPLES. You know, Janet, I think Evil Midnight could use some Mole Whacker inspiration. Something to keep the player on their toes. Or at least that last prank caller could drink some of that Pimple Buster. I don't know what
I
it
think
is.
because he named his game Evil Midnight, and I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be the developer kind of the game of this game, but he's like voicing as the person on the radio. I think he's foreshadowing that he's changing something in this chapter. So let's find out what's gonna happen. All right, everything looks good so far. We got a candle. Why not a lamp? We have a lamp right there. What the fuck? Okay, let's open up. All right, chapter 3. The next day, Maggie's mother visited her daughter's grave, discovering something that was more than a little strange. The next day, Maggie's mother visited her daughter's grave, discovering something that was more than a little strange. The earth on the grave was disturbed, as if something had crawled its way out. Huh? The fuck does that keep happening? I couldn't help but remember what grandmother had said about the red Urglings. They would burrow inside their victims and eat their way out. Could it be that we brought a whole tribe of them right into the village without even knowing it? Huh? Okay. The answer would come soon enough. Jacob McLaren was found torn to shreds in his bed the following morning. Okay. Obviously a wild animal hadn't attacked him inside his own house. Another devastating family and another funeral this soon after Maggie didn't set well with anyone. The atmosphere became even more tense and uncomfortable. I insisted on inspecting Jacob's remains myself, just to reassure myself that there was nothing hiding inside. I thought that was a period. Colin approached me afterwards, asking what I was looking for. I told him it was nothing, but he knew better. Colin approached me afterwards, asking what I was looking for. I told him it was nothing, but he knew better. God damn it. Little shit. Not my fault I read fast. Yo, hey, we got a... Huh? I got an achievement for looking at that? What the fuck was it? Okay. That was cool, I guess. You believe me about the monsters, don't you? His young face was determined as he spoke. You believe me about the monsters, don't you? His young face was determined as he spoke. You're the only one that doesn't look at me like I'm crazy. I swallowed hard, started to deny it. But the words caught in my throat and as much as I tried, I couldn't lie. Listen, I put my hands on his shoulders. I don't think you're crazy, but we need to be sure of what we're dealing with before we spark a full-blown panic. Tell me exactly what happened. Colin took a deep breath. Colin took a deep breath, working up his nerve. It was so okay. It was so dark, but I had a good torch. I called her name over and over. She didn't answer. Then I heard some. Ooh, that's the red ones. Oh, got another red one. Oh, yo. Okay. Then I heard something. Then I heard something. Then I heard something. It sounded like chewing. I took a few more steps and saw her laying there. All over her were these fat little green monsters. Ooh. Hey, bitch, I heard you. You ain't slick. Alright, is that good? They had mouthfuls of pointy teeth that looked like needles and massive clawed hands. Huh? Okay. Just then, a twig snapped under my foot, and they all stopped what they were doing and looked right at me. That's when I screamed and they scattered. Still all good? Okay. Huh? No? Okay. They were gone before any of the grown-ups got to me. His eyes filled with tears at the memory. Please tell me what they are. Nah, bitch, you ain't slick. No, bitch, get out of here. Who you gonna haul into the toaster? Toastbusters. He was he was no more than 11 or 12, having just lost his sister and now his friend. No one had believed him when he tried. Huh? Okay. No one had believed him when he tried to tell us before. It couldn't have been easy, but he opened up to me. It couldn't have been easy, but he opened up to me. I felt it only right that I tell him what I knew. We sat together by the bonfire late into the night, and I told him all the old stories. All good? Okay. Unfortunately, the one thing that my grandmother hadn't mentioned was how to get rid of them. Okay. Looking into the flames, I got an idea. I knew that most unholy creatures were repelled by fire. Well, Colin folded his arms. We will just Okay. We will just have to test what happens to an Urkling when it's on fire. Nasty bitch. Nah. Try to hit me with this combo shit? Get out of here. Bitch ass. Yeah, data block 99. You, whatever that means. Got the lava lamp. We got the lava lamp ending, guys. Alright. Okay, guys. We're going to end the episode now. Okay, I believe there's about 50 pages of this. So we're about halfway through the game, I think. We're like page 24 or some shit. Anyway, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye.